I'm 47 years old, and I've been a servant of the people for at least 25 years. And I'm in this race, not because of conflict or disagreement, but because I want to serve the people of Uganda. I'm a professional teacher, very experienced. I have a lot of executive experience that I need to serve as head of state of this country, as the head of the executive arm of government. Now, from my background of education, I have traversed the country. I have looked at our education system. I have looked at the schools. I want to assure you that when you go outside Kampala, you find schools without teachers, you find schools with insufficient teachers, insufficient facilities. Even our curriculum has issues. So one of the things I want to change in this country is to change our education system, ensure we have sufficient facilities, sufficient teachers, teachers that are paid so well, but most importantly, orient our curriculum and the teaching to ensure that we produce graduates that have the right attitude, that have appropriate skills, that can be employed within the region and beyond. Because if you look at the recent study by the Inter-University Council in 2014, they said only 37% of the graduates from Uganda were employable, the ones who had employability skills. And it's because we lack facilities in most of our institutions. So I plan to increase the budget for education from the current 8.7% to 20%. The other sector that has alarmed me as I moved around the country is the health sector. The quality of health care across the country is alarming. And wherever you go, it's like a song. People tell you, we have no medicine, we have no doctors, there are no nurses. So we all know what a hospital should be, what a health facility should be. So one of the things I plan to do is to ensure that we increase the budget for the health sector to 16% and be able to improve on the health facility in this country. I also want to ensure that once we have a healthy population, they need to be productive. So I have plans of ensuring that almost every Ugandan is involved in productive activity. So I'm going to address the issue of unemployment in this country. I'm going to ensure the educated and the uneducated, all of them are able to get where to work. I have a system of zoning this country into economic zones so that we can engage in large-scale commercial farming, we can engage in agro-processing, we can engage in other forms of industries so that both the educated and the uneducated can all get jobs. But the educated also get jobs, office jobs within the country, and those who can't, I have plans of ensuring that get jobs abroad through business force outsourcing, where we set up centers here in Uganda, and then Ugandans can work for companies and organizations abroad and get paid a lot of money. That is possible because now, these days, like even in Europe, in America, people work from home. They're able to access the systems at the place of work. So they can also access the offices from here in Uganda. The other issue I want to really address is the issue of governance. I want to see devolution of power to the 5 regions in this country. In our constitution, Schedule 5, we put in place what we call regional governments, but they're not operational. I want to make it even much stronger by ensuring that the regional governments are semi-autonomous, and also want to promote what I call separation of powers to ensure that the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary are able to work a little bit independently to ensure that to ensure checks and balances. Now, with regional governments, I will ensure that the resources under devolution go to the regions, so that the regions can look at the local issues and address them. And then the national government can look at the national issues. Now, there is a lot. When you are trying to address unemployment, these are the sectors like improving infrastructure, improving security, looking at our international relations, our foreign policy, all those come in. Because if you look at Uganda, we export less, but we import more. If you look at our exports, thank you.